The arrival of the Andarans. It began on an ordinary evening in the small, sleepy town of Silver Ridge. The sun had set hours earlier, leaving behind a cool autumn night. A soft breeze stirred the leaves, and the stars shone brilliantly against a velvet black sky. Jay Carter and Mia Lawson, two adventurous teenagers, were perched on their favorite spot atop the ridge, armed with a telescope and a blanket. They often spent their evenings here, stargazing and imagining the possibilities of life beyond Earth. That night was different. As they scanned the heavens, a streak of blue-green light suddenly appeared, cutting through the night like a comet on fire. It moved too fast, too deliberately, to be natural. The object halted mid-air, hovered for a moment, then descended toward the dense forest on the outskirts of town. The sound it emitted was a low, resonant hum that seemed to vibrate through their bones. Jay grabbed Mia's hand. "Did you see that?" "See it? I felt it," Mia whispered, her voice trembling. "We have to check it out." Without hesitation, they bolted down the ridge and into the woods. The forest was darker than usual, the thick canopy blocking out the starlight. Yet, as they ventured deeper, they noticed a faint glow ahead, a soft bluish-green light pulsing like a heartbeat. It was the craft. Unlike anything they had seen before, it stood in stark contrast to the natural world around it. The ship resembled a massive crystalline shell, its translucent surface shimmering with ethereal patterns that shifted and flowed like liquid. As Jay and Mia hid behind a cluster of trees, they saw the craft begin to open. The motion was delicate, almost organic, as if it were alive. From within, a brighter light spilled out, accompanied by three figures. The beings were tall and elegant, their forms fluid and almost translucent. Their skin shimmered like liquid metal, reflecting faint rainbows under the soft light. Their faces were elongated, with large, luminous eyes that seemed to pierce through the darkness. They didn't have mouths, yet their expressions were rich with emotion, curiosity, caution, and something else Jay couldn't quite name. One of them raised an arm, its limb extending in a way that seemed impossible by human anatomy. A soft hum emanated from the being, and suddenly, Jay and Mia felt an overwhelming warmth in their minds. Images and sensations poured into their consciousness. Stars, planets, alien cities suspended in the void, and finally, Earth, covered in choking smog and dying forests. Jay stumbled back, his heart racing. "They're there in my head." Mia grabbed his arm. "They're trying to communicate." The aliens, whom they later called Andarans, projected emotions and visual memories rather than words. It was clear that they were explorers, visiting different planets to study, learn, and share knowledge. However, the urgency in their message couldn't be ignored. They showed Jay and Mia the Andarans' home planet, once lush and vibrant like Earth, now a barren wasteland due to environmental destruction. It was a warning. Earth was on the brink of a similar collapse, spreading the word. The next morning, Jay and Mia couldn't keep the secret to themselves. They shared their experience with their families, who dismissed it as a wild story. But as news of strange lights in the sky spread through the town, the local authorities grew curious. Soon, government officials were alerted, and Silver Ridge became the epicenter of a growing phenomenon. The military arrived within days, setting up a perimeter around the forest. Satellites confirmed the presence of an unidentified object, but the Andarans remained hidden, their craft cloaked in a shimmering barrier. Fear gripped the town as rumors of an alien invasion spread. Conspiracy theories flourished, painting the Andarans as invaders seeking to conquer Earth. Jay and Mia, determined to prove otherwise, sought out Dr. Eliza Carter, Jay's aunt and a renowned linguist who specialized in decoding ancient languages. When she heard their story, she was skeptical but intrigued. She joined them on a covert mission to the forest, hoping to establish peaceful contact with the Andarans. The meeting. As the group approached the craft, the Andarans emerged once again. This time, their presence triggered a flood of emotions in Dr. Carter. She felt awe, compassion, and a deep sadness, as if the aliens were mourning the Earth's fate before it had even unfolded. Using her expertise, she pieced together their telepathic imagery. The Andarans' intentions were clear. They wanted to share technology that could reverse the damage humans had done to their planet. Jay and Mia were overjoyed, but not everyone shared their optimism. A shadowy faction within the government believed the Andarans had ulterior motives. Under the guise of diplomacy, they launched a covert operation to capture one of the aliens for study. The attempt backfired spectacularly. The Andarans, though peaceful, demonstrated their advanced capabilities, disabling the soldiers with a non-lethal energy wave that left them immobilized for hours. The gift. The Andarans were disheartened by humanity's mistrust, but Jay, Mia, and Dr. Carter begged them not to give up. They pleaded for a chance to prove that humans could change. The Andarans, after what seemed like a long deliberation, agreed. They revealed a small crystalline orb, no larger than a basketball, which contained blueprints for renewable energy technologies far beyond anything Earth had ever seen. These advancements could eliminate humanity's dependence on fossil fuels and restore balance to the planet. Before departing, the Andarans projected a final image for everyone present. Earth lush and green, its skies clear and oceans teeming with life. It was a vision of hope, a future that could be achieved if humanity embraced change. Departure and legacy. The Andarans boarded their craft, which began to ascend, its light growing brighter as it absorbed energy from the Earth's magnetic field. In an instant, it disappeared into the night sky, leaving behind only the orb and a town forever changed. The government reluctantly agreed to study the orb, and its revelations revolutionized global energy production within a decade. Jay and Mia became prominent voices for environmental awareness, traveling the world to share the story of the Andarans and their message. Dr. Carter published papers that forever altered humanity's understanding of extraterrestrial life. Years later, Jay and Mia would still visit the ridge, looking up at the stars. They often wondered if the Andarans were watching, silently cheering for Earth's recovery. Slowly but surely, humanity began to heal its planet, proving itself worthy of the second chance it had been given. Somewhere in the vast expanse of space, the Andarans continued their journey, carrying with them the tale of a little blue planet that had chosen to fight for its survival.